Okay. So, I just wanted to make a quick video about compiling the bees application for Aleph. This process is covered in detail in the official documentation, but there are a couple of things that I noticed when I did it on my system, and I just wanted to document them. Mostly so I don't forget next time. I also updated the wiki and briefly covered the topics from this video, and the information about compiling the mix mod from the last video too. I still need to figure out GitHub. The first thing I noticed is that in the project README file it says to clone the Git repository at github/10/aleph.git, and based on my experience, I would recommend two things with regards to the process. First, in my experience, while I suppose it doesn't really matter, it seems to work better for me to clone github/monome/aleph.git. Also, the recursive switch will need to be added to the git clone command in order to get the contents of the lib-avr32 subdirectory, and I will demonstrate why that is important in a second. First, let's download the repository using the command from the README. Okay, so we now have the Git repository downloaded. The first thing that we need to do is add our toolchains to the path. The official documentation discusses making settings to prevent having to do this every time. I just haven't gotten there yet. Okay. So everything is good to go there. Then, if I try to compile, I get this error. No such file or directory. And basically, that is why we need the recursive switch on the git command. So let's back out. Then let's delete the aleph directory without the contents of the lib-avr32 subdirectory. And then, let's try with the recursive switch and see what happens. Okay. So, the first thing that I noticed is that there is a lot more output from the git command. And it also makes reference to lib-avr32. Looking at the GitHub page, I think that lib-avr32 is actually a shared resource. So yeah. The page that comes up after clicking on it indicates it's a common code shared between several different monome creations. Okay. Let's try building again. And let's do just the normal make again. Okay, so this is the second kind of error that might occur. It's talking about locale data, and there's this kind of size of an L value type LC time error. This was a bit difficult for me to figure out, and I'm pretty sure that I searched for this error online in order to figure out exactly what was going on, but I don't remember how exactly I figured it out. Probably Stack Overflow though. Basically what's going on here is that my locale is probably not set, or not set correctly. Ubuntu server install is still a bit new to me. And I need to export lc_all=c. I wasn't able to find the exact page that I got this idea from originally, but I was able to find a very nice page that provides some background on this, and I've added a link here. I will try to remember to add this to the video description too. So okay. Now that we have hopefully everything set up, let's try to compile again. Okay, so compile appears to have finished successfully, and a hex file that can now be copied over to the memory card has been generated. I did see a couple of warnings up here. I know it is a little bit difficult to identify what's going on. Basically, it just seems to be letting me know that there's variables that have been defined, but not used, but that's not a big deal. It compiled and created the hex file. It's just something to be aware of that there's unused variables in there. Okay. We now have our aleph-bees.hex file, and I am going to try putting it on the memory card and loading from it. I have included a demonstration, but I sped up the video a bit because the load process takes about 5 or 7 minutes. So I guess that's it. Thank you.